Chaos. Blur.
All right, good morning, everybody. Long time no see. This is Bobby Gaines, otherwise known as Chaos Blur. Of course, I'm kidding because we were just online yesterday afternoon for Retromania 63, and it was a great time. I'd like to thank everybody once again for watching another great episode of Retromania. Of course, the first of many that we're going to see in 2024. And speaking of things that we've seen before and we're going to see again, I'm streaming some Fall Guys here on this Saturday morning. Nice way to kick off my weekend. Hopefully, a good way to kick off all of your weekends. Fall Guys, one of my favorite games of last year. I mean, I know it came out a few years ago, but I didn't start streaming it till last year, and I streamed it quite a few times, so may as well pick up with where I left off with Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. And funny enough, and this is not related to this, although I guess it kind of is, I've tried Stumble Guys a few days ago on the Xbox Series S. It just released another mobile game in the vein of Fall Guys that's now on consoles, and I was impressed by parts of it, but then, of course, other things like the music that kept looping over and over again just annoyed the hell out of me. So it's possible, I would even dare say likely, that we see Stumble Guys at some point on the channel. But I mean, to me, and again, I'm not saying that Fall Guys is like infallible, some pun intended, but Stumble Guys just, I don't know, it wasn't it. Like, I had some fun with it. Obviously, I like this type of game, but we're going to kick things off with full tilt. I like this kind of game, but Stumble Guys, to me, besides the music, I don't know, there were just other little janky things about it. Again, I didn't hate it. I actually won a couple games. Like, I won 2 crowns after never winning a crown in this forever. So, I mean, it's actually a lot easier. There's only 3 rounds generally, but anyway, Fall Guys, again, just seems to be the game that I keep coming back to. Let's see how I do right now. Ouch! Ah, I got completely turned around there. Wow, that sucked. I had one job to do. Oh, look at that. I would have gotten a checkpoint, too, if I just, like, dove that way. But I digress. I can already say I like this game better because it doesn't use the same music loop over and over and over for every game. Not that this music is amazing, but, I mean, they change it up every game, so at least you're not always hearing the same thing. Okay, where am I supposed to be going here? Oh, I did not have high hopes for that jump, but I still made it somehow. How am I this lost right now in a level that basically is just about going forward? Fuck. Wow. Alright, hold on. I gotta get my bearings here. I'm not that tired. Not really tired at all, actually. I slept pretty well. Did not love that jump. I do not feel good about me making it in this round, like... And the cut was pretty generous, too. 28 people qualifying, and I do not think I'm going to be one of them. The fact that I'm even this close, I could see the finish line, but... There's no way there aren't... Yeah, there's more than 3 people ahead of me. I'm done. Yeah, like, I'm out. Like, there's not even a chance. Holy crap, that sucked. That was not pleasant. First round exit. Well, if I was going to have a bad game in me, I'm glad it was just the first game and there weren't too many people here to see it. Oh, damn it. I hate when that happens. I'm going to miss Bean Hill Zone, which admittingly I do like that one. I'm not just saying that because I'm a Sonic fan, although I am a Sonic fan. And for the longest time, that game never came up, and now it comes up fairly often. But I will not be involved in this rendition of it because I was knocked the heck out really early on. So I'm going to go ahead and exit out of here. Collect what little rewards I've got for that pathetic effort. Yay, not much. Alright. Yeah, I mean, this game is very addictive. It's not like something I'd play. I mean, I do play it a lot, but it's not something I'd sit and binge. But, I mean, to play it for a couple hours here and there, it's definitely a good time. You know, even playing it for a couple hours, you see a lot of repeat activities, which is why I couldn't play it more than that. Like, I'm sure some people do. But, like, DoorDash. I'm already sick of DoorDash, and it's my first time seeing it today. But DoorDash, to me, and I've talked about it every time, I hate it because it's a lot of random trial and error, which I wouldn't mind, except you get to the last stretch of it, and if you were unlucky enough to bonk in every door, you're not going to win, or you're not going to qualify, because it's just like one little straightaway. They should make the course a little bit longer. Or, actually, no, I'm just saying how much I hate this game. Yeah, they should make it more. They should make more of this course I hate. Avoid the fake doors and race the fake. Is there any way to tell, by the way, and maybe I'm just, like, always rushing so I don't notice. Is there any way to tell what the fake door is? Like, is there any, like, graphical difference? Because I don't see one. They all look the same to me. Just getting a view at it before the race starts. I didn't see anything. Like, I knocked that one out, but I have no way to know. Half the time I just kind of stay a little bit behind the person in the lead, like that, so that I know not to smack into the false one. But, again, this is all just, like, time wasting. See, right now, I have, like, a path forward, but the thing is, it's not going to matter, because once we get to that last stretch, it's just going to be whoever can smack their way into the finish line fast enough. Which, I mean, it's arguably most of these, but this one's just so, oh, I think I'm, like, in last place right now. It's just so congested that it's just not fun, like, some other ones really open it up a lot. Like that, like I'm out now. Like, what was the logic? Like, I don't feel like I really failed. Like there's some of them I fail, and I'm like, okay, like that last one, full tilt. Like, yeah, I just really sucked at that one. Like, that one, what did I do wrong? Like, what could I have done better? Like, I don't really feel like I lost. Like, it just went that way. So, alright. And now I gotta wait to exit out, but, I mean, like, jeez. That happens so often on that one, too. Like, I do qualify in that one sometimes, but it's just not a fun game. It's like, just thwack into the door. Like, I get it's supposed to be funny, you know? Like, you're all running toward the same door, and you hit the wrong one, and you know, you look kind of stupid, even though how the hell were you supposed to know? That's 2 straight first-round eliminations, although we'll chalk one of those up to DoorDash, or whatever. Yeah, it's called DoorDash. I'm like, what's it called again? Oh, DoorDash, like the famous pickup door company. I don't know. Alright, that sucked. Moving on. Right. Let's get off the schneid here. Let's win one round. Not even looking for... Not only am I not looking for perfection, I'm just looking to, like, get through one round. And that's it. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! I love the little noise they make. I also got the springy arms, kind of like that Nintendo Switch game. Arms. I could swear this used to be 60-player multiplayer. Oh, Tundra Run. I do enjoy Tundra Run. Alright. If I can't finish in Tundra Run, I should just hang it up now. Like, I'm not saying I'm going to win it, but at least be in the top 20 or something, whatever the qualifications are. Alright, I should be able to do this. We'll find out right now. I like the catchy little bass line. Almost gives me like a Seinfeld vibe. Navigate the frosty obstacles and race to the finish line. What makes them frosty? There's some snow on them. I don't know. We'll find out how frosty they are right now. 2, 1, go. Again, the cut is 28. I gotta be in the top 28 to continue here. Stumble Guys actually has an event that looks very similar to this. Theirs might actually be better. Like, I like some of the Stumble Guys level design. It's just some of the... It just, I don't know. I can't explain it. I will likely stream it at some point, and that's when I'll talk more about that. Right now, though, I'm just going to try to enjoy this. And try to get to the end. What can I do? Like, there's a certain simplicity to this game that, you know, when ironically, that's why I first didn't really want to give it a chance, because I'm like, oh, this looks like a kid's game. Like, it probably is. It looks really simple, but, like, I don't know. Something about it just very easy to pick up and play, and sometimes that's all you want. Or, okay, that could happen. Jeez, oh yeah, the kids' game is kicking my butt right now. I didn't realize those threw you sideways. I knew they threw you backwards, potentially. Woo! I was kind of sweating there. I did not think that, like, when I lunged forward there, I'm like, if I don't hit that, there's a chance I have to start that again, and I don't make it. If I don't make it, tell my fans and my friends, I tried. I tried my best. Just, it didn't work out. Now we get to watch everybody else and hope that they, well, hope they fail, I guess. The fail guys, you know. 28 qualified. All right, we won a round. We are off the schneid, as they say. Dizzy Heights. All right. Usually this is a first round game. And so far, I mean, I just downloaded an update for this. They update this game every few months or so. So, like, I don't know if I'm going to see any new stuff, but so far, nothing really. Or at least, like, I feel like they do reuse events, but they change them a little bit. Like, there might be, like, extra cannons or extra, like, gimmicks that weren't in some of the original ones. Like, Dizzy Heights, I feel like there's a few variations on this one. This is a very basic course. Like, this is the, like, quintessential Fall Guys course. A lot of gimmicks and just kind of stuff throwing you around. It's fun, though. Like, this is one I don't mind doing a couple times, but if this keeps coming up, I'm going to be like, ah, Dizzy Heights again. All right. I'm going to say it just like that, too. Just like a disgruntled 80s secretary. Wow, that guy got flung off the friggin' stage. Says, if you're not careful with the camera angle, that can't happen. Because it looks like you can just go straight ahead there, but then you look closer, and it's like, oh no, there's an obstacle there. This here I like because it's like multi-tiered. So if you get knocked off, like, you're not done. You can just, it just takes a little longer. I think that's a fair compromise. As opposed to some of them where you just get knocked off the stage and that's it. And then you gotta, like, restart a huge chunk of it. It's like, you know, okay, you didn't make it to the high path, so now you just have to take the low path. You can still finish. Actually, I'm in pretty good shape here. Wow, I got, like, 5th place in that. That's not bad. I think I finished first once. Like, not in a crown event, but, like, in a regular race. I think I actually finished first. It doesn't happen much. It's not going to happen much. You're racing, like, 30 people or whatever. But yeah, staying on that higher path paid off, just like in a real platformer, just like in Sonic, which we played a ton of yesterday. The high path is usually the best. That is my philosophy. Feel free to quote that. Alright, next event is, hey, Bean Hill Zone. Alright, I'll get a chance to play Bean Hill Zone right now. I have to collect, what, 20 rings? This is one that's actually not a race, but I don't mind it. Some of the ones that aren't races really bore me, like the matching game or, anything that involves pinning the tail on something, just, eh. That's one thing about Stumble Guys, is the courses are a lot more straightforward. Kind of short, but they're all races. And I like just races. Like, that's all. I'm not looking to learn a new game here, like, in the game. Wow, those bumpers really don't do anything. They're basically just for show. Alright, got a good start there. So usually I'm okay at this game, like... Exactly. Oh, hold on. We got, Bekazan animated with the Jesse. Animated with the message. I do enjoy how just pop-ups show up on my stream now. Like, I'm not safe. Anywhere I go, a pop-up could happen. Alright, what do I have? 9 rings. I don't know who Sega had to kill to get this freaking Sonic game in here. There are rumors, and I don't know how true they are, but there are rumors of there being like a Fall Guys mobile Sonic type of game coming out this year. I don't know how true that is. I've actually heard that for a while. It makes sense for Sega from a marketing standpoint. Those kind of things sell very well, or well, they're free games, so I guess they don't sell, but... What's going on, Bex? Joining us here. Thanks for joining us at Retromania yesterday. Just talking about what a great time that was. And it's very fitting that we're on a Sonic level here. I guess, like, they must make money off this game somehow. People buy the costumes or whatever. Like, I don't buy anything in this game. But, I mean, they couldn't keep supporting this game if they didn't make some money. So, I'm thinking the same thing for, like, Sonic. Like, if they made a Sonic Fall Guys, like, I mean, Sega would probably make some money. Button Bashers. I actually don't know if I've seen this one. Yeah, I don't think this is a new one. Press the button that lights up the score. I actually don't get this. I do enjoy Deep in FF7 right now. Deep in FF7. What is Deep in FF? Is that like toward the end of the game, or just like really taking note of that lore? What the hell is this? I don't know how to play this one. Just press the buttons. Alright, I'll press the buttons. This is like some weird sadistic game show where it's like, hit the button that kills the opponent. Whoa, okay. There's my rival. Like, what am I trying to do here? Alright, I got a point for that. I don't quite understand this one. Oh, no, I get it. I'm the same way in a game. Especially an epic game like this. And I'm not just saying that because this is an Epic Games game. What? But okay, I'm trying to hit the yellow button? No, he's the yellow button. I'm trying to hit the blue button. What the hell button am I trying to hit? Oh, good. I keep giving my opponent points. Now that I understand how it works, there are no blue buttons. I have to hit the blue button. I'm getting killed here. I'm going to lose. It's an interesting idea. It just is not explained at all. Where are the blue buttons? I'm surprised I have any points. I've not seen a single blue button. I've seen a pink button. Every time he hits that button, he gets a point. Where are my points? Or do I get a point for him not hitting it? I don't get how this works. There's not a single blue button to hit. So, I'm trying to hit blue buttons, I'm guessing. I'm not seeing a single one. Like, no kidding, I'm eliminated. I did not see a single blue button. I don't even know how I got 2 points. That would be a cool idea if it was fair, like if the button worked. Holy crap, that sucked. I hate when it's like my first time playing a game and it's like in that situation where it's like that was like the 3rd round for me. Or maybe even 4th round, I don't know. No, it was 3rd round. But still, it's like, whatever. It's not like I really learned anything, so if that comes up again... Oh, that was the 4th round. If that comes up again, I'm not going to know how to do anything. I learned nothing. Now, usually you could say, oh, I learned from that loss. I didn't learn a goddamn thing. I learned that I don't know how that game works. I also learned that Bex really likes Final Fantasy and the Jesse. I feel like Jesse's a character in Final Fantasy. Like, there's a character named Jesse. Am I remembering that right? There's like a lot of characters in Final Fantasy VII, and I only remember, like, Tifa, Barrett, and Cloud. Oh, it's Dizzy Heights again. I was just saying how this game's going to come up like 4 more times. Alright, well, at least I did well on it the last time. We'll see how I do on this one. At least I know how to play it. More, right now. Yeah, there's a Jessie in Final Fantasy VII. I think she's the one wearing, like, the shoulder thing, the metal shoulder thing. I don't know, they all wear some kind of metal armor. I like their wardrobe. It's very, like, apocalyptic, casual. I don't know what you'd call it. It's like part regular clothes, part like we're at war clothes. Except for Tifa, who just dresses like a normal bartender, just like suspenders and tank top. Actually, I don't really know anyone that wears suspenders like that. Like she doesn't wear them practically. She just wears them. It's like, I mean, it looks good on her. Don't get me wrong, but it's just kind of like, why? I also didn't even happen to notice when Bex was talking if her messages were popping up on the chat box. Oops. Chat box is turned on. I could only hear the sounds of my laughter. I saw the Jessie pop up on my PS5. Animated with the Jessie. Hey, it's Patrick from SpongeBob. Animated with the Patrick. Oh, wow, that's 4th place. I actually finished better. Damn. I should. I mean, I just saw that course like a minute ago. You would think I would do better on it the second time around. But you never know. See, this music, even though this is not like my favorite kind of music either, it's at least it's high energy. It gets you by. Like, the Stumble Guys' music was so bad. I keep saying that, but it was so bad. Like, when the music makes you not want to play the game, that's not a good sign. Like, usually music to me in a game is, like, kind of inoffensive at worst. Like, you know, like, it's supposed to be catchy, but even if it's not, I can deal with it. But, like, it was just really bad. Oh, this is a decent one. This one doesn't come up often, but I like these futuristic ones. I like the aesthetic, and I like that it's a 2-lap course, a little more involved. So far, Fall Guys showing me that variety I really like, which is good. I like to see different courses coming up, and even though I didn't know what that button game was, it was nice to see something new. 9 times out of 10, I play 3 or 4 mini games that I remember very well because they come up so much. Okay, they're really showing you the whole course here. No, wait. Ah, shit. Damn it. I was trying to, like, skip the opening, and instead I ended up booting myself out of the game. That's on me. Alright, well, we're not going to get to do that. God damn it. That time, Bobby eliminated himself. I'm going to be so mad if it's Dizzy Heights again. Okay, it's airtime. I'll take airtime. Also, I like this one, too. This is another one that's not a race, but it's got a decent gimmick. Kind of sucks, though, that I didn't get to do Short Circuit, but I don't know. I also don't know why it took so long to start the game. Like, I did that little thing where it did the pan around of the whole course. Like, usually that lasts, like, 5 seconds. I can't wait more than 5 seconds. I'm a busy guy, you know? Waiting 5 seconds. For what? Stay in the sky to score. Hey, yo. Alright. 2, 1, go. That was such a bad strategy. Like, usually I don't try to jump on those. They don't get you a lot of airtime. I'm just going to let myself roll out. Start it again. Grab this. God, I'm really sucking right now. Some weird collision issues here. God damn it. I'm going to get nothing on that. Somebody qualified already? Holy jeez. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not doing so hot right here. This way seems like it would be the way to get airtime the fastest. Oh, we got first time chatter. What's going on there? How you doing? Oh, game is fun. Fun game indeed. %. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So if I stay up here. Got it. Alright, now I can read the chat a little bit. How you doing there? Radellini? Is that how I say that? That's a fun name. Sounds like a type of pasta. How's your morning, afternoon, whatever time it is going? Just rad is fine. Alright, that's pretty radical. Thank you for joining us here this morning. Yeah, Oh no, not the pasta again? Oh no, do you get that a lot? I'm sorry. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I love pasta. Hoopsie I was gonna say I know this game. I was gonna say I don't know this game. I know this game. Hoopsie Legends. They show like a dragon, like it's like a real like medieval legendary game. That's alright. You can call me something silly. I don't mind. Jump and dive through the hoops to score points. I really am going to be doing that. More Fall Guys right now. Radellini with extra cheese sounds nice. It really does. I don't know. What kind of pasta would that be, do you think? Like, or would it be its own kind of pasta? Like an all new... I forgot. I really don't like this game. Like, I like Fall Guys. I don't really like this particular one. Ah, dang it. My hoop went away. I need 6 hoops to get anywhere here, and every time I think I see one, it gets pulled away. Lovely. I've not, actually. I've not even attempted it. Have you? I've seen user-created maps. They do come up once in a while, and they're usually pretty good. I don't know how easy the tools are to use. Oh my god, just give me 1 point. I'm not going to win this. Boy, I can't wait to not get that. I'm not gonna bother. There's one there. I'm probably not gonna get it. Nope. Out it goes. So I'm making maps. I don't play the game itself. Okay, no, that's fair. I'm the opposite. I play the game. I'm not like super into the creation tools. I guess I could be. It's kind of weird. I mean, I play the game, so I could probably think of a good map. I got 1 point. Yay! I would not create this map. I'll tell you that right now. 22 maps. That's a lot of maps. I think there's only like 40 actual maps that are like created for the game. Oh, I got it. That was kind of fun, actually. I was gonna say, if I could get that gold one, that would have been phenomenal. Holy cripe. Come on. The fact that I'm even this close. I have 3 points. Oh my god, this is more like Poopsie Legends, am I right? This is awful. I have everything. If you want to try one, Be My Bean. How do I find it? I might try one. How do I... I've actually never, like, sought out user-created courses before. They usually just kind of come up in the game. Oh my god. I actually might still have a chance here, too. That's the funny thing about this. 5. I actually am still in it. Make one map you can't stop. You know, you're making me think now, because I really like Mario Maker. Got it. I really did not think I was going to qualify at all. I thought I had no chance. I don't know if that's me being good at the game or other people just not being good at the game. Oh, it's funny I said it. Super Mario Maker. Yeah, I'm gonna say I like Super Mario Maker. I actually haven't done that in a while, but... Blastlantis. Survive as long as possible. Actually, this game I'm okay at. Oh, thanks for the follow. I do appreciate that. Play a lot of Fall Guys, Rocket League, other types of multiplayer online games, and other stuff. What am I doing? Okay. Oh, well, I'm getting eliminated. That's what I'm doing. Cool. I am chill. That's a good word. A lot of people have used that word for me. I don't know how... at first, I'm like, what does that mean? And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I can see that. Wow. All right, that was disappointing. That was very disappointing. I went through all that. I beat them with the hoop one. And then, like, it just fell off the map in 2 seconds in Blastlantis. All right. Did not think that was going to happen, but... Oops. At least I leveled up a bunch. I really cannot. In this game, I usually don't. Alright. Let me just, out of curiosity here. So this is the creative thingy or whatever. We have new items available. So how would I play one of your courses if I wanted to try it? Customs. Host. Gotcha. Use and share code here. I guess medium. Not that good, but use a share code here. Wow, I've never tried this before. This is interesting. Okay, I see. And then you enter the code there. Alright. 284. I'm going to say everybody's definition of easy or medium or hard might vary, because I'm not very good at a lot of these, so. Elevator to Heaven. Alright, that's a cool name. One to 18 players. I've never done this. Kind of interesting. Oh, thank you. I'll do my best. Final round. Ooh, final round. All right, here we go. Final round. I finally made it to the finals. Whoa, all right. Oh, all right. I hope I win. Okay, how the heck am I supposed to make that jump? I really hope I win. Is there like a fan underneath here? Like, how do I make that jump? They all just go around in the same pattern. Oh, there we go. I don't know what I did differently, but... Okay. Well, I like the fans. I like that they're digital. Okay, that's cool. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. What the... Ah, shoot. I gotta go back up. I could see this being a final round, though. This is not, like, super challenging, but definitely something. It's a good thing I'm the only one in this right now. Oh, maybe not. I know. I was on a roll there. That happens with this game. I get, like, on a roll where I start making every jump, and then out of nowhere I just lose it. Pretty cool though. Like, do you know, like, do your games appear like on the Fall Guys? Like, because sometimes I get like creator content ones when I'm playing a regular game of Fall Guys. Like, do you have any way to know? Oh my god, do you have any way to know like if anyone's like played this in the main game? Watch out. 2 maps were in the game. Nice. You always wonder, like, how they, like, even if I made a course. Oh my god, really? Even if I made a course, like, how would I know if it ever got featured in the, like, you know, game? I definitely would have remembered this one if I saw this in the game. This is unique. I always like the computer elements pack, which it looks like you used here. The Fall Guys Discord. Oh, I see. Whoa! God, that one is really tough how fast those go. Okay, I was gonna say, please be a checkpoint. Oh, this is unique. What is this? Ouch. Gears fall on you? Alright. Kind of cool. Okay, I like these little things. It's a long course. Ooh, oh boy. Okay. Oh, I like that. Did you put the clouds there too? Oh, jeez. Okay, yep. Nope, nope. Okay, yep. That's gonna have to happen. Where am I? The only thing is I would not be good at a race in this, because I feel like there's a lot of times you have to take your time, and just to, like, you know, not fall off. Hey, I won! Thank you. That was really good. I would say that might be more on the hard side, but that was really good. I like the layers. I like that it was, you know, you beat one part, and then you go up one, you go up another one. Let me see. I'll do one more. Give me an easy one. Well, what you would consider easy. Give me Elevator to Purgatory or something. Heyo. $5,990. Did I not type that in right? Ooh, Haunted Hills. Hey, yo. Alright, here we go. I like Haunted Hills. Let's see. I didn't know they had Halloween themes, but I'm not surprised. I'll do what I can. Ooh, final round. I hope I win. I like these because I'm going to win because I'm the only one in it. Ooh, alright. I never know they had a haunted background. I don't even remember this in the main game. Look how there's just that red platform just chilling there. I don't know what I would do with that, but okay. No, maybe don't get hit by that. Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay, alright, it's kind of cool. Ah, it's okay. Just a minor setback, just a flesh wound. A little precarious platforming. Oh, nice grab. Ah, dang it. I was like, I know what those do, too. That's different, actually. I've never seen that used like that. Ooh. Got it. Almost pretty, not gonna say easy, but hey, I won. Thank you, that was cool. I didn't know they had a Halloween theme. To be honest, I have not seen that before. Sweet, sweet, sweet. That was pretty cool. I think I'm gonna go back to the main game for now, but I appreciate you sharing. Those were both really good. I like the part where I kept falling off. More right now. So you said you had 22 maps. Do you have a favorite one? Oh, it's Dizzy Heights again. I do indeed. I do indeed. Made a only up map. Ooh. No down, only up. Pure pain. Alright, so nothing like a little pure pain. It's literally my third time playing Dizzy Heights, and I've only played a few rounds of this so far. It's interesting. What made you get into map making in Fall Guys if you don't play Fall Guys? Or did you, like, start playing it and you just, like, didn't like the maps they had, so you were like, I'm gonna make my own? I just ran right into that ball. I'm like, whatever. Got bored. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. You know, I mean, even I, as much as I like this game, I could see where if you kept getting the same maps again and again, you'd be like, I can do this. Ah, dang it. I was actually trying to do that. I wasn't trying to do that, though. Trying to get a little boost, but that was not what I had in mind. Watch out. Whew, man, that purple bar is really knocking people out. Hey, it's still qualified. Still counts. Not as pretty as my other time. That was a harder version of Dizzy Heights. Definitely made me dizzy. And a little motion sick. My favorite finale, ooh. There was one I got. Well, there's a couple, but I like the ones that are races. See, the ones like Hexa, I know which one you're talking about. Like Hexagon, and I think there's another one, Hexaterrestrial. Those are okay, but I feel like I just kind of get unlucky at those all the time. I like the ones that are races, like, I think there's like Temple of Doom or something, where you have to race to the crown. And there's another one that's like kind of like a mountain that you climb up. That's kind of cool. I mean, I don't mind the Hexagon. I would take that over... Oh, God, I hate Puzzle Pass. I would take that over, like, Blast Ball or whatever. Or Fall Mountain. Yeah, that's it. That's... Clearly, you've played this game more than I have, because I don't even make it to the finale often enough to know them all. This game I hate. I don't think I've ever actually qualified in this game. Day one, nice. Have you played Stumble Guys? Because I actually was talking about that earlier, and I feel like that game could be good, but I did not enjoy it. Just like I don't enjoy this. Console. Well, it actually just came out on Xbox. That's the only reason I ask. Because, yeah, I'm the same way. I don't really play mobile games that much, but it came out on console, well, Xbox specifically. So I thought I'd give it a try, and it's okay. I think some of the courses are well designed, but the music is what's killing me. Like, the music is so bad and repetitive. It just really is that distracting. How do I mess up a slide? Oh my god. I think I beat this game once, and it was just pure luck. And again, how do I keep messing up the slide? And here we go again. I think I've actually, like, timed out in this game before. Yeah, the music's good. Like, the music of this game's good. Like, and it's usually, you know, pretty chill or high-energy music that, you know, it changes every round, which I can't say that for Stumble Guys. Every single round has the same 30-second loop. Oh, my God. Like I said, I almost always time out on this. At least I got the slide to work. Just let it end. Just let it end. It's gonna end in about 12 seconds. I'm still getting over the fact that I qualified in Hoopsie Legends. Also, just like saying Hoopsie Legends. That was an expected outcome, but I had to try. I had to play it. Okay, that one usually knocks everybody out. The ratio of people that fail at Puzzle Path has got to be astronomical. Ah. What is the difference, anyway, between the purple coins and the rainbow coins? Like, I feel like they're two different kinds of currency. But, like, the purple coins don't seem to buy me anything, because I get a bazillion of those purple coins. Rainbow coins, they give you like 5 of them every 10 weeks. Please, may I have another rainbow coin? I do enjoy airtime. Even though this one also came up not that long ago. Right before Hoopsie Legends. Stay in the score zone in the sky. We'll be doing that, hopefully. We'll find out right now. Alright. That's about how I started the last time, too. So I usually try to go this way. And then that still fails, but at least I tried. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Grab it, grab it, grab it. Oh, don't grab it. Alright, fine. I'm gonna go down here now. I'm not gonna go down here now. I lied. Whoa, okay. I'm just gonna fall to the stage. That's what I'm gonna do. Ah, right at 77% too. That's a C plus where I come from. Ah, 80. That's a B minus. And I fell through the floor again. I get it's Fall Guys, but come on. Oh, that's new. Oh, really? Oh, okay. All right, all right. Can I just keep doing that? Yeah, there we go. I was like, can I just keep flipping myself into the air long enough? I did. Ooh, jiving emotes. Alright, I made it that far. Round 1 complete. Now, as long as round 2 is not Puzzle Pass, I might have a chance. We'll see if I do, right after this. Really is like just one big game show. Basically like the show Wipeout, which I actually never really watched. There we go. Next up is something. I don't like this one. This one reminds me of Hoop Legends or whatever, where you gotta do something. This one's completely random. Sometimes I get the button like right near me every time. Other times I'm going all the way across the map and I don't get a single button. But it is frantic, I'll give it that. It got the frantic thing right. I also like the name Frantic Factory. It sounds like a Sonic level. And I'm a big Sonic fan, in case you guys couldn't tell. Alright. See, like I said, I saw the button, but it was too late. Basically, I'm just trying to wait for a button. Oh, there goes one, but it's on the other side of that. Well, actually, I should be able to wait it out. Stay. No. Hey, I got it. Alright, I'll take it. There's a button up there. Oh, see what I mean? That was just lucky that that one happened to generate right there. Wasn't the one I was going for, but it worked. There's a third one. Like, I could still win this, but then, like, just because I win it doesn't mean I like it. Like, it's not a fun game. Like, right there, that was 2 in a row that just happened, like, I don't even feel like I earned that. I mean, I'll take it, but there's other times that will never happen. So it's not like I'm complaining about it because I always get knocked out. Like, I usually clear that one. I mean, granted, that was a little bit easy, but that was just pure luck. Not even worried. No, I wasn't worried, but, like, this is bad. Just too frantic for me. Too much of a factory. That's all. Now watch me get knocked out in Blast Lantis in 5 seconds when I walk through the floor again. Hey-oh. Guy's got a frying pan. No, yeah, that is a frying pan. I can't tell if that's a frying pan or a top hat. $15 qualified. So we're getting close to a final. Probably one more round and then a final. We'll see what that round is right now. Is this? Oh, I hate this one. Count the fruit when the screen. Oh, God. I do not like any of these with the matching or the counting. I'm not playing this to count. I'm playing this to race. I actually don't even know if I remember this one. I remember the matching game. Count the fruit. When the screen show a quantity, stand on the tile of... Oh, that's gonna suck. I'm just gonna do what I usually do and follow everybody else. Count the fruit. 1. Of course, I have to remember which fruit's what. There's, what, 3 of those? Oh, you'll know. And I'm eliminated. See, this is what I mean. Holy cripe. I hate that. Boy, got some weird costume. Well, that was something. And what a something it was. So, stomping ground for our first one. That's a little weird. I got a chance to get knocked out here, too. Let's see if I do. Hopefully not, but you never know. Avoid the charging rhinos and say... Yeah, I already know the rules. Usually this is like a 3rd round. That's weird. So right off the bat, we're going to eliminate a bunch of people. Just have to hope that I'm not one of them. I got to survive a minute. With these insane rhino things. This course always reminds me of Super Monkey Ball for some reason. I'm gonna laugh if, like, almost everybody gets knocked out, and then it's just gonna be, like, 2nd round's gonna have, like, 3 people in it. Oh, no, I'm not gonna be one of them. That sucks. Well, at least you got it over with. I kind of had a feeling. But I would have been curious to see how many people survived that. Interesting game design choice, having that be the 1st round. I don't hate it, though. Alright, just like that, we're back in. More Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout right now. Hey, what's going on, Ukami? How you doing this morning? Or afternoon, whatever time it is for you. Welcome to Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout Action. This is Bobby Gaines, otherwise known as Chaos Blur. We got Gate Crash coming up next. Have not played this one yet. I played it, but not today. I love this bass line. I mentioned it before, but it reminds me of Seinfeld. Doing okay. Alright, I'll take it. Saturday morning, afternoon, always a good time. It's not the best time to wear a striped sweater, though. That's all the time. This one's like a slightly better version of DoorDash. I say slightly better because I really don't like DoorDash, so that's not really saying much. Oh my god. Oh god. What's the deal with these all guys? They're not falling, and they're not all guys. What is the deal? Oh no! Why would they do that? I'm gonna lose. I did not realize that was a dead end there. Oh, I'm not gonna lose. Oh, I am gonna lose. I lost. Oh, God, I didn't realize that was a gap there. I thought you just hit the wall and could keep going. I did not see that. Well, I do watch, not to brag, and I don't know if it's a brag, but I do watch a lot of Seinfeld. Like, all of his things would always be like, oh, Fall Guys, oh, it's not autumn, so why they fall? They're not falling. What's the deal with that? I do enjoy whoa-ho-ho-ho-ho. No win for you. You come back 1 year. Yeah, this really is no win for me. I've won literally 2 crowns. I've been playing this game for like a year and a half. I've won 2 crowns. 2. Not like, I've been to maybe like, I don't know how many finals. Maybe not that many, but enough where 2 is an embarrassingly low number. Skyline Stumble. Alright, we'll give that a shot. You got any plans for your weekend, Ukami? Nothing in mind. There you go. Sometimes those are the best plans. You stream anything recently? Anything good? Oh, this one. I remember this one. Whoa. Slow motion. Whoa. Watch out. Buttons are shiny, but don't hit them. Wow, I just kind of got lucky there a couple times in a row. Alright. We're good. Ouch. We're not good. Ouch. Not good. We were good. Oh, this part's just kind of about luck a little bit. Like most pinball type of things. Oh my god, am I gonna finish first? I finished first! Holy crap. That very rarely, if ever, happens. Doesn't mean I win anything, but I got that. Still on an unplanned mental, want to come back soon. I see. Well, hopefully you do get to come back this week. And if you do, what would you play? Or what were you thinking of? I've never finished first. I'm not never, but very rarely finish first. And especially in that game, I usually lucky if I even make it to the end in Skyline. As we watch these other schmucks try it out. It's your turn to stumble, guys. Not sure. Well, no rush. I keep meaning to get back to Final Fantasy VII Remake before the new one comes out, even though I'm probably not going to get the new one like immediately when it comes out, but I would like to be caught up in terms of the story. I haven't played the game in a couple of years now. But when I did, oh boy, did I play it. So yeah, I have some fond memories of that game. It was one of the first games I streamed back in 2019, early 2020, whenever it came out. Oh my god. That guy, poor Bean, just got wedged between those slippers. Just turned into like Vocaloid music. My friend Toaster were here, he'd be loving it. Alright, they're gonna make it! That person made it. I was actually following their journey as they got stuck under everything, and they somehow still got to the finish line. Good for them. You know, just because I'm trying to win doesn't mean I can't root for my fellow beans once in a while. Especially since I already finished. Now we'll see what game will knock me off my pedestal now. Rollout. Oh, alright. A lot of knockout rounds. So I guess they're all technically knockout rounds, but they're not races. They're like, just try to stay alive type of things. Gotta love deliberately. Oh, yeah. There's, like, parts of this game that really make no sense. Like, I was doing the same kind of jump, like, 5 times in one of these, and I'm like, I didn't make it half the time. Alright, this is actually... Yeah, it's kind of tricky, this one. Camera control is very key to this kind of game. Alright, here we go. I did not feel super confident that I was going to last more than like a minute on that. And I didn't have to. It is. And in that particular game, it is. It's weird how they do sprinkle in different types of game activities in there. I don't know what the logic is. Oh, no, this one. Oh, dang it. I did this one a few rounds ago, and I don't remember how I did it. So I have to press the button that lights up to score points. I don't know. Last time I played this, my color never came up, though. I was, like, blue team or whatever. Like, I like the idea of this game, but, like, last one was rigged. I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't playing it right. So basically, you're going head-to-head against somebody. Let's see. What color's my button? Is it yellow? No, it's blue. Again, I got the blue one. So I go up there. I don't want to hit that one, though, because that's going to give them points. See, I just gave my... Wait, what? No, that gave me a point. Oh, holy crap, I suck at this. So it is just the... I was getting confused, because I thought I was looking for blue buttons. Okay, then I just suck. It's yellow buttons either way. Alright. And that makes a lot more sense. I'm losing anyway, but at least I understand it. There's only so many places this button's gonna be. Oh, God. How? Like, what is the goal of this? I mean, I know the goal, but, like, how is he this good at this? It's just hitting buttons! I'm gonna go the other way, see if I get lucky. At least I get it now. First time I played this game, I was avoiding the yellow buttons because I thought those were the other teams. I mean, I'm still eliminated, but at least I get it now. You hit yellow either way. But see how that's confusing? I thought it would be a blue button. Oh, well. I like the premise of that one. I just don't really... not that good at it for whatever reason. Yeah, you can tell I don't play this game a super lot because my character's not all that tricked out. I don't have, like, the SpongeBob costume or anything, like, super nifty. I have, like, the basic things they give you for free. I just kind of throw those on my character and call it a day. I mean, if they give me, like, something cool, I'll use it, but that's all I'm depending on. I'm not really doing anything there. Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, they're all yellow buttons, so you just have to hit the yellow buttons to score. The first time, I was avoiding the yellow buttons, thinking I was giving them points, and I'm like, oops. I, like, lost 7-2. That time I lost 12-5, so I guess it's really not an improvement. What's the deal with buttons? Hit Parade. Oh, that's a fun one. I like these, though. I like the ones that are just races, you know? They don't have to think about it. It's just go through the obstacles and smack around stuff. Ooh, a pink emote thing. I'm, like, terrible with, like, anime references, so if that's somebody from an anime, I would not know who it is. Out of Lexi's emotes. Nice. Is that like an OG character of hers, or is that a reference to something that she likes? Either way, I'm digging it. Wow, we're just going through here. Oh, it's just her. Oh, yeah, okay, I can see that. Watch out for the floating lollipops. Ooh, that was way too close. I was like kind of trying to stay calm there, but I'm like, I might not make this. But I did, so we're good. Barely. Barely held on. It's one of those, again, where I'm like, what could I have done better? Like, I just kind of did my best. Short circuit. All right, let's see if I can actually do this one this time. It's actually a fairly long one for Fall Guy standards. A long game is like 2 minutes. It says short circuit, but it's actually a long circuit. Well, 2 laps in this game. By this game standards, that's a long course. Exactly. Oh, it's going to be easy. Not going to be that long at all, actually. Actually, it is a 2-lap course, but I don't know how long this lap is. Ooh, oh boy. Get under that. Here we go. Slow-mo. Oh, no, this isn't slow-mo. This is the thing that makes you, like, really heavy, so you can't jump very high. Really? Oh, my God. Oh, no! Oh, no. That was like the worst possible outcome. That was just mean. That wasn't clever. That was just mean. Like, some of the obstacles are clever. Some of them are just mean. Oh, come on! That was mean. That was mean. That's still mean. I'm gonna keep saying that. Here, that one at least flips me the right way. There we go. Gotta give these Fall Guys credit. They keep getting up. I'd be, like, down for the count after that. Lab complete. Okay, I lied. This is not short at all. Like, I thought this was a little bit shorter than this. How am I supposed to get up there? I don't have, like, any momentum. Somebody finish this already? Get up. Keep going. You can do it. You can do it. People are finishing the race. Oh, no. Oh, this is misery. Oh, no. What kind of twisted experiment is this? I don't like this. I'm not going to win. I'm still going to try, but I'm not going to win. Oh, my God. I'm stuck in here. I'm nowhere even close to the end of this. And this part here really slowed me down last time. Yeah, I'm out. Ah, it sucked. Everybody must have figured that out really quick, because it went from, like, 1 person finishing to, like, 15 people finishing. One of those people was not yours truly. So not a great. I think the furthest I made it today is round 3. Like, I've been getting knocked out a lot, and it is the ultimate knockout. So I guess I should be honored to be part of the ultimate knockout. I was stuck in there and getting knocked around. I mean, yeah, it's even more discouraging when you see like the people finishing. It's like when I was in gym class and I had to run the mile, and it's like, oh, everyone's like finishing this mile like 10 minutes before me. I'm still like in the middle of the track. I'm like, come on, guys, you can at least make it more competitive. Like, at least don't make it look so easy. Like, I'm not going to finish, but at least make it seem like I was close. Give me some hope. Be like, well, we tried, but he just wasn't fast enough. No, not even that. It wasn't even a matter of not being fast enough. I didn't even get out of that little loop. Meantime, people are doing like their 3rd or 4th lap on that. No, it's gate crash again. I used to think like if you got a game in this, it was less likely to come up the next time, but that doesn't seem to be the case. It seems like it's just complete randomness. Like, sometimes I see the same one 10 times, sometimes I don't see it that much at all. Alright, here we go. Being loud. Yeah, see, I hate that. I'm not gonna like ask anybody to be bad on purpose, but like, I'm not like, I'm an okay runner. Like, I don't know why we're talking about running now. I guess I brought it up, but like, I'm okay in like a short stretch, but I can't run for endurance. Like, at least not fast. So I can either finish the mile in an okay time, or I can be fast for like the first minute of it and then suck for the rest of it. Yep, there we go again with this. Oh, shoot. No! Oh, I was like, it was literally like the 27th one out of 26. Oh, I saw it coming too. I'm like, all I gotta do is finish before that one person. And I didn't. Well, I think that happened last time too. And I didn't even, oh no, I did fall. So you basically can't fall at all in that one. Good sprint. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think a lot of people are like that. Like, it's just, you know, you get that energy to sprint, but it's not something you can sustain. That's why, you know, we're not training to do marathons, most of us. Not that gym class ever asked us to do that, but... Meow. Early stream. What's going on, Toaster? It is indeed an early stream. It is a Saturday morning Fall Guys stream featuring Chaos Blur. Well, who else? Oh, it's Hit Parade again. I literally just did this one too. It's like it's just alternating games. I actually had a viewer earlier on the stream. I don't know if they're still there. Radolini was showing me a couple of their custom Fall Guys courses. They are pretty good. Kind of fun getting to play those. Oh, wow, I can already see the end of the course. This is a very short course. Oh! Did I just get squished? Oh, okay. That's how sadistic P... I'm surprised they forced it to do. I'm saying, like, that's like, in order to be good at that, like we were talking about, to do like a... Not, you don't have to be a marathon, like that's a bit dramatic, but like, you have to have some degree, like, you can't just throw random people in if they're not, like, devoted to that. You can't throw, like, you know... It's not that they can't figure it out, but, like, you can't just throw anybody into, like, oh, run a 7-minute mile or whatever. Like, no, you have to kind of, like, build up to that, like... And some people just aren't into physical stuff like that. Like, it's not that they can't run or they're lazy. It's just that they're not gonna take that seriously. It's like how in math class, like, they try to train everyone to be like accountants. Like, we're not all gonna be good at that kind of math. Like... Like, that was me. It's not that I didn't want to run at all. It's just like... I'm not going to do the mile in 8 minutes or whatever the time was I had to do it in. And, you know, I'll try, but Exactly. It did feel like you were forced into it. It's kind of the same thing with languages. Like, I hated, I didn't hate it, but like, I took a French class and I was okay at it, but like, I felt like I was just going through the motions. I was never going to go to France. I was never going to like use the French that I learned, that I literally forgot, but fast forward like 15, 20 years and I'm learning German on my own and I'm actually learning it pretty effectively because I want to learn it. So I'm taking the time to read it and do it and memorize it. But that's the difference. I'm not being forced into it. You know, I actually have learned quite a bit, either for work or for other things, because I just wanted to do them or I just needed to do them at that time. It wasn't like, oh, do this thing because we said to do it. Yeah, see, look at that. I wouldn't have known what that meant a few years ago. Now I do. I'm learning. I've got German friends that I can actually speak German with now. Of course, those German friends also speak English, but my point being, it's kind of fun. I've got a friend who's learning Japanese, too. I don't know how far she is with it, but... I think I'd be really good at this one, being a Sonic fan. Nice. Yeah, I actually know a lot of people who are learning Japanese. See, that's one I would... A lot of people thought, like, you know, I was a little bit... Not crazy, but, like, you know... Like, learning German, you know... And I also thought it would be hard. And it hasn't been easy, but, like... I think Japanese would be even harder to learn, personally. So, I give them a lot of credit for attempting that. See, I just need 2 more rings. There we go. Because with Japanese, and I'm not revealing anything you don't know, with Japanese, you not only have to learn the language, but you have to learn, like, the character sets and all that. Like, holy crap, I could not do that. To be fair, it is, which I'm not going to lie, that, and I knew that going in, but I didn't realize how significant it was. It's not just the words, it's the way some of the words are conjugated. Like the word for swim, schwimmen. The past tense is schwammen, so it's almost like swim, swum. Like, a lot of their past tenses follow a similar pattern, even if they're not the same exact word. And just a lot of other things follow a similar pattern. Now, it's not all the same, obviously. They do have gendered nouns and gendered other things, but there's also different parts of speech that they have that we don't have. But actually, what's really funny is, and I've said this before, and I knew it also going in, like, it really is a logical language. Like, a lot of the times you hear German and they're like, you know, they say meinen or meinum or this or that. You're like, oh, why are they saying it with like a different inflection? It's like, there's a reason. It's not just to sound funny. Like, it actually means like a different context. It actually saves time. It's like literally a language that's like, instead of like English where we use like a bazillion words to say a sentence, they'll say like 4 words that'll say the same sentence. But because they put, like, an extra word ending on it, they just changed the meaning of that word very subtly, but it's like, holy crap, that's actually pretty smart. Like, I understand it now. Like, that's why you hear stuff like meinem kleinen Hund, or, like, it's like, well, what does that mean? It's like, you're saying I give that to my dog instead of just, like, here is my dog. Like, it's like a different... I don't know, it's weird. At first, I didn't like it. I was like, why are they doing this? What's the point? And then I'm like, oh, that's the point. And plus, like, once you know a word in German, like, if you know a couple words, you can actually learn, like, a bunch of other words. Because, like, it's a very literal language. So, like, I can't think of an example right now, but it's like, if I know the word for, like, I don't know, like a shoe or something, and I know the word for something else, like, I can put that together and be like, oh, it means a boot or something. Like, it's very, like, what's the word? Everything correlates. Like, whereas English, like, you can't always do that. Like, there are words that are synonyms, but they look nothing like each other. Look, I've actually learned a lot of words without even technically learning them. Like, I'll be like, okay, I know what part of that word means, and then I just kind of deduce the rest of it. Sitting over here, like, advertising German. I'm like, here's why you should learn German. I'm like, I don't... Oh, this is the one I was talking about. I don't know if they're still here right now. Radolini was asking me what my favorite finale was, and this is apparently a final round. I think this... Lost Temple or Fall Mountain is... Both of those are my favorites. This one... I mean, it's a little tricky because you have to be the first one to finish. So I actually made it to a final round today. I would not think that would happen based on how this stream started. Go. Legends of the Hidden Temple, anybody? Yeah, I really like this one. I like the motif. I don't like that door is fake, but I like the motif. I don't like that I'm probably going to lose, because this is a race to the end. There's only one winner. There's not, like, you know, get there before 5 people. It's like, you either get there or you don't. Alright, I do enjoy the power of German compels me. Yeah, there is one. I think it's called Fall Mountain. There's one that reminds me exactly of the Aggro Crag. I used to love those game shows. No, I'm done. I didn't even make it out. I like how it ended with me face planting into the door, too. Like, I wish I could freeze frame that. It's like, you're out. Is he picking his nose? Nah, whatever. He won. He can pick his nose. I do enjoy the Aggro Crag. I was just thinking of that. I wish there were more courses like that. That's what I thought this game would be. It would be like more Aggro Crag type of stuff. The Aggro Crag, of course, and I don't know if you're familiar with Okami, is from a game show, or actually it's more of a sports show, but called Global Guts on Nickelodeon. They do a lot of athletic activities that would end with a race to the top of the Aggro Crag, which was this big, jagged, mountain-looking thing. Yeah, Toaster, how are you? You haven't been too talkative since joining the stream, but we do appreciate having you here. Didn't see Rem yesterday on Retromania, but I did hear from her on Twitter. Yeah, it was a game show like in the early 90s. It's not something that was like as popular as like Double Dare or Legends of the Hidden Temple, but yeah, I don't know why it was called the Aggro Crag. I'm slowly waking up, you really are. Well, the best part of waking up is Chaos Blur in your cup. That was unusual. Let's never say that again. Lily Leapers. This game's alright. This one, I don't have a great opinion on this one. It was alright. It's there. It's a game. You jump on lilies, you leap. You know, the whole 9 yards. Cartoon Network. That's fair. I was more into Nickelodeon than Cartoon Network. And then at a certain point, I was into Disney and wasn't really into either one of the other ones. And then, I mean, in my humble opinion, Nickelodeon's kind of fallen off, but I also I'm kind of too old to make that judgment call, I guess. It's why, like, when you have, like, nostalgia for something, like I have nostalgia for Nickelodeon and Sega and all these other brands, like, you grow up still following them. You know, and I don't really follow the other ones because I just wasn't into them then. But, like, you know, with, like, Sega and Nickelodeon, I'm, like, always like, oh, God, they should do so much better, like, because I, like, it's almost like they're my kid, you know? I'm like, oh, you know, they're capable of so much more. Why are they settling for this? It's like, in actuality, they're probably the same as they always were, and I'm just, like, biased because I had such a high opinion of them at one time. So I'm, like, expecting them to always be this amazing thing, but maybe they were always the same thing. Especially in the case of Nickelodeon, like, you know, their programming now is probably similar to how it was then, but I'm like, oh, you were so much better than that. It's like, were they though? Or was I? Like, were my standards just different? Whereas, like, Cartoon Network, you know, like, I'll see some of their shows and be like, oh, that looks pretty good. Like, I won't really be as, like, into it, but I also won't hate it. I'll be like, that looks pretty good. Like, you know, it's... But I didn't grow up with Cartoon Network, so I can't say if it's better or worse than it ever was. You dang kid. Exactly. Like, you don't know how it used to be. Like, we used to have Power Rangers, you know? Like, I used to think that was, like, high-end TV, drama, whatever. Watch every episode. I watched however often it was on to see, you know, see if Lord Zed would get the Power Rangers, you know? Like, I was one of those weird kids that preferred the bad guys, but, like, I'd watch the show, you know, it'd be, like, on the edge of my seat watching it. And now I watch the episodes on Netflix, I'm like, wow, this is, like, really bad writing. Like, there'd be episodes where, like, literally, they'd be like, we can't get out of this. Oh, look, the Red Ranger found a pocket knife. Now we're free. Tommy was great. Don't get me wrong, there are a few episodes of Power Rangers I still think are epic in their own way. But the majority of them, I'm like, wow, these plots are really terrible. It's like, Billy's afraid to make friends, so we're gonna make a monster that looks like a mean kid or something. I'm like, what? Like, what are we doing here? They made, like, a monster out of, like, Kimberly's purse. Like, that was an episode. They made a monster out of, like, a guitar. Like, I mean, they literally were just like, hey, an object. Yeah, JDF, taken way too soon. I actually met him once. Toaster's met him a few times. Really cool guy. Did not, obviously, nobody saw that coming. It's like, probably, I don't know if he was the youngest of the Power Rangers, like the actors. I mean, he was obviously like seemed like he was the most well in shape. Like, he actually practiced karate. He wasn't just like doing it for the show. I'm not saying he was like a huge Power Rangers fan, but compared to the other ones, like, you could tell, like, what's her name? Amy Jo Johnson really doesn't want to be known for being the Pink Ranger. Like, she's like, okay. You know, I'm not saying the other ones hate it, but I always got the impression that JDF actually, like, wore it, like, with pride, that he was, you know, the Green Ranger, the White Ranger. I mean, he came back, like, what, 5 times, like, in the newer series. Like, I'm not saying, you know, obviously they gave him money, but I don't know, I don't get that same impression from some of the other actors that they really, I hate this game. I keep getting distracted by the game that's on. I'm like, oh, great, now I gotta play tail tag. But obviously, Toaster would be able to speak to that more than me. He knows a lot more about Power Rangers, particularly, like, the real-life stuff, like the actors. Like, there's stuff I didn't know, like, until later in life about how some of them were, like, badly treated or whatever, like, in real life. In the show, they all look like they're good friends. You know, you're just watching the show. You're not thinking about that they're real people. You're like, oh, yeah, they're all friends hanging out at the juice bar with Artie or whoever the guy was that ran the juice bar. Okay, so I got the tail. Actually, I don't know what position I'd rather be in. The one with the tail or one who wants to get the tail. Actually, I mean, at the end of the day, you want to have a tail, but... Whoa, 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 this game's rigged. Oh, no, my tail was stolen. Why are you grabbing me? Got it. I do not like this one. He did. He saw it as a medium. Yeah. I mean, I know he had other shows. GDF or other, like, movies or things he was part of, but, I mean, obviously, to me, he'll always be known as the White Ranger. I don't know. Maybe he had some other things. Can I just, like, stay here and just, like, glitch the game and not be caught? All the Rangers. Oh, nice. I mean, other than... Well, that was really weird, by the way. Did anybody see the, I know you did, Toaster, the reboot or whatever, like, Morphin' Forever or whatever it was called, like, where they brought back Rita Repulsa and they tried to make, like, a new story out of it? Like, I don't want to spoil anything, but... GDF, he really was. Holy crap, I actually got through that. Okay, I won't spoil it then. There's just one thing about it that I find really, like, insensitive, but I'm not gonna say what it is. It's not about JDF. It's actually about who Toaster was talking about. Toy Trang. I get her name wrong all the time. The reboot movie? What was... Oh, what? The 2017 movie? It was okay. I actually have a friend who really liked it. I thought it had potential, particularly if they brought in... It's almost like the first Sonic movie, where I liked the first Sonic movie, but I'm glad they made a second one, because I feel like the first Power Rangers movie was going to build to something better, and it just never got to a second one. They teased that there was going to be a Tommy Oliver character. I have a feeling Lord Zed would have been in the second one. Like, I think I would have actually liked the second one if they made a second one. But the first one, to me, had some good elements, but it didn't do enough to make me want to, like, get into it. So I'm kind of indifferent to the fact they didn't make a second one, but I think if they had made a second one, I might have actually liked it. It sounds weird. I'm, like, kind of saying both. That's what I mean. Yeah, there was potential. The Megazord, to me, looked like trash. Like, that was my main thing. Like, it's one thing if the Power Rangers costumes don't look exactly the same. Fine, whatever. They want to modernize it. But, like... And I'm not expecting the Megazord to look exactly the same either, but, like, what the hell was that? Like, it just looked so bad. It looked like a... What is it? I don't even know. Like a Pacific Rim, but, like, recolored type of thing. Like... But at least Pacific Rim was, like, original for that. Like, you know, Pacific Rim was its own thing. Power Rangers is a different thing. Like... But then besides that, they butchered Goldar, who's, like, one of my favorite bad guys from the original series. He wasn't even a thing. He was just a... I don't know. I mean, he was a thing, but he was a... big guy made of goo or something. Like, he wasn't even, like, he didn't talk. He was just a monster. Like, I actually kind of liked, what's her name, Elizabeth Banks as Rita. Like, I thought that was an interesting take on that character, because I actually don't like Rita Repulsa that much, so they they really couldn't have failed me there because I always found her character super annoying, even as a kid. Like, I preferred Lord Zed. So if they had to have Rita as the villain, I'm glad it was at least a more interesting Rita. And I like that she kind of was like the Green Ranger originally. Like, she had kind of the Ranger look to her. So it's kind of like a reference to the evil Green Ranger. Like, I don't know. I kind of like that part. I like some other parts, but like I said, I don't really like Rita Repulsa, so it was not hard for me to like something better than the original one. Shoot. How am I not grabbing that? Shoot. Oh, I'm gonna lose because that other person grabbed it before me. Oh, like it's such a surprise. Oh, I can't believe you failed. Yeah, the movie was okay. They tried almost, I don't want to say too hard, but they tried to put a lot of drama in there that, I don't know. I guess I'm just being selfish. Like, I just want to see the Power Rangers battle a bunch of monsters. I don't want to hear about their personal lives. The Megazord looked like a doll. It really did. That's what I was thinking. I haven't really seen Pacific Rim, but I'm familiar with some of the lore. It's called a Jaeger, that's right. The big robot thing. Like, it didn't even look like a combination of the Zords, which is what it's supposed to look like. Of course, I don't even remember what the individual Zords looked like in that movie, but it was like these 5 distinctly different-looking robots somehow made this one generic one. Like, how? Like, it didn't make any sense. Like, the original Megazord, why I loved it is because it made sense. It was like the Tyrannosaurus and the Mastodon, the Triceratops, they all became the arm or the leg or something. This was just like 5 different robots made this one very different robot. It's like, how? Not that I need everything to make sense, but like, it just didn't. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. When a kid's show makes more sense than your supposed adult movie, that's not a good sign. And Bryan Cranston as Zordon, that was weird. Like, they tried to have, like, elements of comedy in it, which they did in the original Power Rangers. There were comedic elements, but, like, it just didn't work with the serious tone. It's like they made it too serious to the point where, like, when they tried to make it funny, it wasn't. It's almost like a DC movie now that I'm thinking about it. Like, the modern DC, where, like, Justice League, where they try to, like, put jokes in the middle of a movie that's otherwise, like, about death. It's like, why, like, I don't mind jokes, but, like, don't have the whole movie be about death and then, like, have the Flash hitting on Wonder Woman. Like, what is happening? Like, I don't know how Marvel was, to their credit, and I don't really like Marvel movies as much these days, but, like, to their credit, Marvel was able to strike the perfect balance with, like, some of the Thor movies and Guardians of the Galaxy, where, like, it was a serious movie, but they would have the jokes and they wouldn't feel forced, because all those characters kind of had these goofy traits where the stuff happening was serious, but the characters were always kind of goofy, except when they needed to focus, which, to me, I relate to that, because I'm a goofy person, but when things get serious, I focus on them. Whereas, like, the DC characters are just always so stoic, I don't buy them suddenly cracking a joke. Like, it's the opposite. I'm like, I just don't... Like, I know those people in real life who are very serious, and that's fine, but, like, I don't see them cracking jokes. Like, I don't relate to that as much. I relate more to the opposite, where you're really goofy, but then when things, you know, get really serious, you kind of have to work hard and go for it. That's just me. That's why I always like Spider-Man better than Batman, because Spider-Man's like, you know, not that Batman didn't have to deal with any tragedy, but Spider-Man had all this tragedy in his life, and he's also this guy, just this regular teenager, 20-year-old guy trying to deal with all this stuff. And, you know, also being Spider-Man, yeah, Batman had to deal with the death of his parents and all that, but he's also this really rich guy, and he's also super serious, because I think he's like a businessman or whatever, so I guess that's part of his character, is he's used to being really serious, so he carries that over into being Batman. Whereas Spider-Man, he almost like, it's almost like therapeutic that he, like, jokes with the villains and has, like, his little moments, because that's part of Spider-Man's character. He's like, hey, Goblin, what's up? Like, he's not really having a good time, but it's kind of his way to cope with things. Why am I psychoanalyzing Spider-Man? I have no idea. Like, I don't know him personally. I'm sure he's a nice guy. It really is a huge squandered pool of potential. Like, where even is the DCU right now? Like, they just made, like, a new Aquaman, but didn't that, like, aren't they, like, canning all of those now? Like, Aquaman 2 is a sequel to the first one, but they're also not even going to keep using that Aquaman. Like, they're going to reboot all of them. I don't even know. I mean, I guess they made the movie. They have to release it, but It's kind of like none of them connect. It's not even that they're good or bad. It's that they don't really connect anymore. Like, there's like a new Batman now. I don't even know who's Superman anymore. I haven't seen Superman since Justice League. That's what I mean. Like, there's no continuity. Isn't that the point? Is that they're supposed to be, one goes into the next one and, so on. Like the end of Justice League teased something, the end of one of the Batman movies teased something, and like none of it happened because they didn't make the sequels, or they made the sequels but they were different. It's like how Amazing Spider-Man wasn't a sequel to Spider-Man 3. It was a completely different movie. Which I've always said, and I mean it's a little late now, although I've heard rumors of it, like I would have liked a Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire, like just only because Spider-Man 3 was so terrible. Like, if Spider-Man 3 was a great movie, I would have said, all right, good way to close the series. But it was so unsatisfying as a movie that, like, I'm like, okay, we need one more Spider-Man movie because I know Tobey Maguire's better than that because I've seen him be better than that. And I feel like that character needs a better ending than whatever the hell we got with Spider-Man 3. Like, it's not even that I needed this. Not even like, oh, Spider-Man 4 is going to be great. But, like, I just needed a better ending. Like, Spider-Man 3 was a long movie, too. It was like 2.5 hours, which at that point was a long movie. Now, every movie's 2.5 hours, but like, Spider-Man 3 went on forever, and then at the end of it, I'm like, nothing really changed. Like, he doesn't really make up with Mary Jane, but I guess he kind of does, and then, like, I mean, Harry dies, that's not good, but, like, there's just a lot of stuff happens, it doesn't really get addressed. It's just, that's it. That's the end of the movie. For a movie that dragged on that long, it had a very abrupt ending, which I guess I'm okay with, because I just wanted the suffering to end. The Batman was pretty good. Oh, yeah, the Batman was great. But, I mean, as a standalone movie, and I'm sure they're going to make a sequel, but, like, for that one movie, I was able to kind of put everything aside because it just focused on Batman, as I guess it should. The Slime Scraper. I actually don't know if I remember this one. I guess my one nitpick about the Batman, and this is just as a comic book fan, is that I was hoping Riddler would do more. Like, I mean, I know he had his scheme or whatever, but most of it involved going to jail. Like, the Riddler was this mysterious character until you find out he's just some guy in a coffee shop. Like, it was a little bit of a letdown. Like, I was hoping he'd have the question mark jacket and, like, the whole... I mean, I know that would have been gimmicky, but, like, I don't know. I was hoping he'd be, like, a real threat. Like, himself, not just, like, I set a bomb or something like that. They kind of did that with Joker in Dark Knight, except that Joker also was, like, a threat. Like, he had his, not pranks, but he had his thing with the bomb and everything, but he was also, like, a threat. Like, he killed people. Like, this Riddler guy was just kind of like this sadistic, smart guy that was just kind of like, all right, here's what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to have anything directly involved with it. Which, it's whatever. I mean, that's Riddler. He's more of a cerebral character, but that's why I don't really fault it for that, but... Again, I just like villains. Like, I watch the hero movies for the villains. Like, I know the heroes. Like, I know what I'm gonna get from Batman, but, like, I want to see, like, the Riddler or Two-Face or Joker. Like, what are they gonna do? Okay, why can't I grab this? Oh, this sucks. Alright, this doesn't suck. Whoa. Jeez, this actually gets pretty tough. Holy jeez! When did this become the Dark Souls of platformers? I'm dead. I mean, I had no chance there. There are rumors there's going to be Spider-Man 4 and Amazing Spider-Man 3. Yeah, that's the thing. I was really hoping... I mean, it's hard to believe it's been almost, what? It's been over 2 years since No Way Home came out. And that was a great movie. And when it first came out, that was my hope. Was like, oh man, those actors really nailed it. I mean, Tom Holland did too, but it was like, holy crap, are they actually going to bring back Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire in their own movies? And I feel like that steam kind of died out now. Like, I mean, they could still do it, but I feel like their chance to do it was maybe like 2022, 2023. They've kind of just been sitting on it now, and I feel like if it was going to happen, it would have happened, but it could still happen. But that was my thing. That's exactly it, Toaster. I'll believe it when I see it. Like, because I felt like that was the time to do it. Like, everybody was like, holy crap, you got to bring back, Andrew Garfield. You got to bring back Tobey Maguire. Like, they're still good. They can still do it. But, even Tom Holland doesn't have a new movie yet. Like, I'm sure there'll be one, but you know, for as great as that movie was, and I'm sure they're working on something. I feel like a new Spider-Man movie comes out every few years. I'm surprised we haven't heard of one yet. Like, they put out that modern trilogy, Homecoming, Far From Home, No Way Home. They put that out in, like, what, 4 years? It was like, Homecoming was 2017. It was like it was 2019 or 20 for the next one, and then 2021 for the last one. Like, they put those out really fast. I mean, that was also pre-COVID, so I guess they just were cranking them out then. But, well, except for 2021, but, yeah, I don't know. I just, like, the more time that goes by, the less likely I think it is. Like, I think, and maybe that's the thing. Maybe they are working on it and they're just keeping it a secret. Because I hope they are. Because if they just announce it now, like, oh, they're starting it now, it's not going to be done until 2025 or 2026, it's like, all right, now I don't really have a lot of hope in it. But if they just started it, like, right after Homecoming and it's been in development for 2 years and we just don't know it, that would be kind of cool. I mean, not that we'll ever know, like, I'm actually a little bit worried about the Sonic movie for that same reason, because it's like the Sonic movie 3 is coming out this year, and we've heard nothing about it. Like, I feel like the Sonic movie 3 just started development. Like, it should not be ready yet. Unless they started it in, like, 2022, and they've just been really pumping it out. Like, I would rather they work on it than just be like, okay, it's coming out in, like, 3 years, but we don't really know much about it. Because I can't speak for Tobey Maguire. I actually don't know what his thoughts are on it, but I feel like Andrew Garfield wants to come back as Spider-Man. I've gotten that impression from him, from interviews and other things. Like, besides the money, he likes being Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire might like it too, I don't know. I mean, obviously he was the OG, but they actually won. I did not think I was going to win that. Or not win it, but qualify. So we'll see. I mean, the ideas have got to be there. Like, I mean, they had an Amazing Spider-Man 3 written, I feel like. Because Amazing Spider-Man 2 ended on, like, the worst possible cliffhanger. Like, and I actually didn't hate Amazing Spider-Man 2. I know some people didn't like it. I don't think it's amazing, quote-unquote. But I thought it was a good movie. Spoilers, probably the only Marvel movie to make me cry. That's not a joke. I actually cried. But, yeah, movie ended terribly because it just ends on a cliffhanger, and Amazing Spider-Man 3 had a setup, so even if they just used that, I don't know what it would have been, but the material must exist. They had one written. I mean, they might have to change it up a little bit, but I'd be interested to see what it is. Now, they kind of referenced it in No Way Home, you know, like what Andrew Garfield was doing in the meantime, but I don't know. If they made an Amazing Spider-Man 3, would it take place after No Way Home? Would it take place after the second movie? I don't know. Oh, the Whirly gig. I do enjoy the Whirly freaking gig. What a Whirly gig it is. Yeah, I think Toby, I mean, well, see, that's the thing. What would I do for a Spider-Man 4? Like, what would be the plot? I always thought, and I know they already did Lizard, but, like, Dr. Connors was in, like, what, Spider-Man 2, 3? He might have even been in the first one, but Dr. Connors was in those movies. I feel like the Lizard would be an obvious choice. And the other kind of thing that was left unsettled, although I don't think it's going to be addressed, is Doc Connors had a piece of the Venom suit. Like, he had a piece of that alien symbiote in his lab. I always thought maybe that was going to lead to Carnage. That was always the rumor that I thought would be most likely, is that we'd get Carnage in a fourth movie, or Lizard, or both, because they like to do multiple villains for some reason. I mean, I would take Carnage, because Carnage did appear in the Venom movie, but Carnage has not appeared in a Spider-Man movie yet. Venom was technically only in that one. And what a lousy Venom it was. I love Venom, don't get me wrong. I want to see Venom in a proper Spider-Man movie. Like, I don't know how... I've always said it's laughable that we are this far with however many Spider-Man movies there have been, and Venom was only in, like, what, 20 minutes of Spider-Man 3, and it was terrible. Like, how is Venom not in a Spider-Man movie? Like, he didn't come back for No Way Home, which, don't get me wrong, I'm not missing him, but they made the Venom movies. That's about all we got. Was like, Venom is like an iconic Spider-Man character. Like, how... That is like making, like, 10 Batman movies and not having the Joker in them. Like, how do you do that? Like, how do you have Mysterio in a Spider-Man movie? Well, I guess it wasn't before Venom, because they did make Spider-Man 3 first. I go on these rants and I just, like, completely lose track of the game I'm playing, because I get so mad about it. How do you not have Venom more prominent in the Spider-Man universe. I'm not saying he's got to be in every movie, but, like, how do you not have him at all? Or how do you have him in just, like, a throw-in character in Spider-Man 3? It's a better Peter. I've actually heard that. I've heard that before, that, yeah, I'd say Andrew was a better Spider-Man. Yeah, actually, I'll agree with all three of those points. Although I actually found Tom Holland a little too dorky for my taste. At least in the first movie. That's kind of why No Way Home is my favorite of those three, is because he actually had some character development. It actually felt like a Spider-Man movie. The first one, to me, Homecoming, I know a lot of people like that movie. To me, it just didn't feel like a Spider-Man movie. It just felt like a goofy teen movie where the teen is a superhero and, oh, I gotta ask the girl out, and, oh, we gotta build the Lego Death Star, and I'm like, is this a Spider-Man movie? I grew up kind of like the whole thing about, oh, when I grew up, like, I grew up on the gritty Spider-Man, Spider-Man's losing his family, and, things are going bad, Mary Jane's unemployed, and, it's real stuff, and everyone's suffering, and Spider-Man's got to fight through it, and he's sitting there on top of the Empire State Building looking all sad, and Green Goblin approaches him, those are the Spider-Man movies I grew up with, so I'm watching Tom Holland go to high school and be like, oh, I can't ask the girl out. I'm like, this is stupid. Like, I mean, it wasn't, in retrospect, I like it better now, but going from Amazing Spider-Man and the other series to, oh, hey, Ned, let's go to this party. I'm like, what? Didn't want Venom in 3. Oh, yeah, I completely get that. I completely, the more I think about it, like, even without having, I mean, I've seen the movie, but even if I didn't see the movie, like, it's obvious he did not want Venom in the movie. Like, as much as I love Venom, yeah, Tom Holland's also my least favorite Spider-Man. Although he kind of redeemed himself in Spider-Man No Way Home, I have to say. Like, he really sold it for me on that role. Mainly because they finally threw him in a situation that was a Spider-Man situation. Him losing Aunt May was like a real blow to him, and when he had to deal with that and fight Green Goblin at the end and basically almost kill him, like, that was a real Spider-Man moment where he got tested. Because at that point, he had been tested, but I don't know, he kind of, I don't want to say he had it easy, but, like, I don't know, his Peter Parker, and it's not really his fault, he didn't write the story, but I'm like, it's just, the way his story went to that point, I was not super impressed with. And then they kind of made up for it, which, ironically, they had to use villains from the original Spider-Man movies to do it. They had to kind of mix the tones of the movies to make it work, because the tone of the new movies, to me, just wasn't the same. Even the fact that they all find out he's Spider-Man, I'm like, that just seems a little much, but I was okay with it because it created a drama. But, like, the other ones, like, nobody ever found out he was Spider-Man except for, like, Mary Jane and a couple other people. Like, I remember Spider-Man 3, that was one good part, was where Peter Parker's unmasked and Jameson's trying to take his picture. He's like, where is he? Where is he? Because, like, nobody knew who Spider-Man was except for, well, the people in that train, but oh, yeah, he was. He was put through the ringer almost to an insane degree, but it kind of had to happen because at that point his biggest devastation was not getting to go to the opera with Mary Jane. Like, it was just kind of like, okay. Like, I actually felt bad for him at the end, which is how I should feel. Like, I want to leave a Spider-Man movie feeling bad for Spider-Man. I know that sounds, like, wrong, but, like, I want to leave the movie going, oh, man, Peter Parker got screwed again. And, like, I never felt that about the Tom Holland ones. It was always like, whoopsies. Like, every movie ended with him being like, oh, I made a boo-boo. And I'm like, okay, that was funny. But, like, I left Amazing Spider-Man 2, like, devastated. Like, I watched that movie and, like, yeah, Gwen Stacy dies, and I'm just like, holy crap. I'm like, man, Peter Parker got screwed again. I'm so fucking upset. Like, that's how you see a Spider-Man movie. Like, that's how you see a Spider-Man movie. You should be just angry. Like, you should be like, Spider-Man, why? Why did that happen? And instead, I left Homecoming being like, really? Had no pizza, Mr. Aziz? I mean, yeah. That was kind of the funny thing, is that I think Tobey Maguire's movies were actually the most serious, but they also had those comedic moments. That's why Spider-Man 2 is the best one. I still think that, because I think it balanced the comedy with the seriousness just right. Like, it wasn't too much. A lot of the funny moments in Spider-Man 2 are in the beginning of the movie, like when he's in the elevator with the guy and he's just, like, standing there. He's just standing there in his Spider-Man costume, and the guy's like, nice Spider-Man costume. He's like, yep, kind of rides up in the crotch. Like, it was a fun moment. It didn't go on too long. It wasn't like the whole movie, but it was a fun moment. And you could do those moments without making them the whole movie. Spider-Man beats the bad. Exactly. No, exactly. There's always, like, this element of, like, I don't know, like either a hollow victory or a victory too late, like when he kills, well, he thinks he kills Uncle Ben's assassin in the first Spider-Man movie. You find out it's not really him, whatever, but... Like, that's that moment, like, okay, he got him, but he still lost Uncle Ben. Like, it doesn't really matter. And then even he said in No Way Home, which was really poignant, like, yeah, I got revenge, but it didn't really make me feel better. Why am I getting pelted with giant game controllers? His name was Ben Chungus. The way to ruin that emotional moment. Nailed perfectly when that time I watched the original Spider-Man at your house. I had a father. His name was Ben Chungus. Completely took us out of that dramatic moment between Goblin and Peter. Peter, don't tell Harry. It's not really funny, but I don't know, just the way he dies right after he says it. Don't tell Harry, and then he just croaks. Like, I get it, it's a movie, but I feel like in real life, you don't get to say the last line you want to say before you die. Like, you just kind of die. You don't get to say, like, don't tell Harry and then die. I think your body just decides when it's time to give up. Don't tell Harry. Okay, now I can die. Sorry. Rest in peace, Norman Osborn. See, look, now you made Ukami cry. Ew. Ooh, yeah. Oh, no, the slime scraper. This is that one that's like super precision platforming. And no pressure, but if you fall off, you are instantly eliminated. But other than that, it's a very fair game. His name really was Ben Chungus. I will say, the best Uncle Ben, and there have only been 2 in the movies. They never show Uncle Ben in the 3rd series, but the best Uncle Ben I thought was the first one. The second one was cool, but... I mean, they always make Uncle Ben out to be this cool guy. Like, he's the old guy that can relate to him, sort of, but he also tries to ground him. Like, I've never seen Uncle Ben portrayed as, like, a douche. Like, can you imagine? It's like, hey, Peter, like, this is your Uncle Ben. Like, they make him, like, a real jerk. But, like, no, he's always a really nice guy in any media he's in. So, like, but I think I like the first one a little better. I mean, again, not that he had a huge role other than dying, but... Yeah, I want to see that now. Like, every time Uncle Ben's portrayed, it's always like he was this great guy or whatever. It's like, what if he wasn't? What if he was, like, just a real jackass? Like, but, like, it's still your uncle, so you still, like, don't want him to die. But, like, maybe he's just a real mean guy. Maybe, like, that whole responsibility nonsense was just, like, him just talking out of his butt. I don't know. I'm just being a whatever right now. That would be a twist, though, wouldn't it? Like... Uncle Ben actually was like a criminal, like the Night Prowler or whatever, from Miles Morales. Like, you still don't want him to die, but, you know. Oh, I'm eliminated. Yeah, at least I didn't get, like, all the way to the top like last time and just fell off. That's a long course, too. You feel that if you lose. You was to be otherwise. No, that's it. I mean, I get it. That's why, like, I just feel like if you're writing a Spider-Man script, like, the easiest part is to write Uncle Ben. Because it's like, you gotta make him, like, you know, the homely uncle, the nice guy who's, you know, still kind of strict, still, you know, has to point Peter in the right direction. But, you know, it's kind of like the generic dad type, you know? It's like, hey, son, have a bad day. Like, you gotta make him like that. Which is fine. But it's just kind of funny, though. Like, that, it's like, you can't really screw up Uncle Ben unless you make him, like, a real jerk. Uncle Ben was out late drinking last night. Power, responsibility, whatever. Uncle Ben, you can't keep doing this. Ah, shut up. Yeah, see, that wouldn't be good. Hit parade. This is like my 4th or 5th hit parade. Like, it really is becoming a parade of hit parades right now. For what if mirror version. I was gonna say, that would be kind of interesting. Well, would that, like, make him a bad guy, though? Like, if his uncle was a jerk, like, would that make him, like, a jerk, too? Assuming his uncle still died. Like, say his uncle, like, instead of dying the way he does, he dies because he gets in a gang fight or something because he was, like, also robbing the bank. Like, would Peter even try to get revenge, or would he just be like, good riddance to that scum? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if Peter's morality came from that, or he was just always a good person and it didn't really matter who taught him. Well, I mean, I guess it would if they're genetic, because they'd be related, but... Then again, you never really hear a lot about Peter Parker's parents in any media, like, other than they're generally thought to be dead, Peter's parents. There are some. I think there's one comic, actually, where he finds them. They're, like, on an island or something, and Venom's trying to kill them. That's a real comic from the 80s or 90s. I don't know how canon that is, but generally Peter Parker's real parents aren't spoken of. I'm gonna lose. Yeah, I wasted way too much time down there. Oops. This turned into a whole Spider-Man discussion. I'm kind of okay with that. Not while playing the Spider-Man game, because that would make too much sense, but during Fall Guys, of all things. Because I've played the Spider-Man games before, but we never talk about Spider-Man during the Spider-Man games. What's the deal with that? I'm trying to exit out of the game, and I can't at the moment. Peter always has that strong, but losing Ben cements his will. Yeah, that's kind of the moral, I suppose. But why did Uncle Ben have to die, though? I feel like there could have been a universe where he still becomes a hero and Uncle Ben survives. Like, I don't know. Like, I get that was the motivating thing, but, like, I don't know. Kind of same thing with Batman. It's like, does somebody have to die in order to become a hero? Like, is that what does it? It's just like, oh, well, I was just going to kind of be good, but I lost a relative, so now I'm really going to try. Like, I don't know. Ben survives, May die. Well, what if neither of them die? I don't know. I just, you know what I'm saying, though? Like, yeah, I mean, I get it. Like, but then that also makes it seem like he only became a hero to get vengeance, like, which actually is in Amazing Spider-Man. He becomes Spider-Man to catch the guy that killed Uncle Ben. Like, that, it wasn't like this noble cause. It was like, I'm going to chase these criminals and find the one with the tattoo. Like, that was actually the storyline for a while. And then he started to save other people, but at the beginning it was like, I'm just going to find the guy that killed Uncle Ben, and I'm going to dress like a spider or whatever. Like, I kind of actually like that approach for whatever reason. It's a little more realistic. Like, to me, that's the motivation. So that's what I'm saying. If he doesn't die, I guess he doesn't have to get revenge on anybody, but then maybe there's some other reason? I don't know. At least in Amazing Spider-Man. In the first Spider-Man, it's more of a noble cause. It's more about, you know, being responsible and all that. But in the Amazing Spider-Man, I feel like he was just trying to find the guy who killed his uncle. And then he got tied up in the whole lizard thing. I love Amazing Spider-Man anyway. I'm probably in the minority that prefers Amazing Spider-Man to the first Spider-Man movie. I find it a lot more relatable. Yeah, it was touched on. Like, he does, well, he also catches the guy, or so we think. So I guess he satisfied that. And since he satisfied it, he's like, well, may as well stop these other guys. But that was an interesting thing, and I always thought, and I think they actually did it in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 video game, which I don't think that's canon, but the guy who killed Uncle Ben, I thought was Cletus Cassidy. Like, I thought that's where they were going to go with it. That he was Cletus Cassidy who becomes Carnage. Whether or not he become Carnage in that universe, I don't know. But I always thought it was Cletus Cassidy. Which, I mean, there's only so many generic criminals in the Spider-Man universe. So I always thought it was going to be either Kingpin or Cletus Cassidy. And based on how the guy looked, and also, like, the red tattoo, I thought it was Carnage. Which would work, because Carnage was a murderer. Well, Cletus Cassidy. That's why I always love Carnage. Like, on one hand, I mean, I love Venom more, but, you know, Eddie Brock, for all of his misgivings, is not a murderer. He's not a bad person, but the Venom symbiote corrupts him. Whereas Cletus Cassidy was absolutely a piece of human trash. So when he gets the symbiote, he really goes off the rails. Which is, you know, whatever. That's why I thought Carnage was such a great villain. That we'll probably never see, because we're not even seeing Venom. Hey, what's going on, Chads? How you doing today? Thanks for tuning in. Little early morning Fall Guys action. Not sure how much longer I'm going to be on, but I appreciate you tuning in. We got Ukami here. We got Toaster lurking somewhere. Been a pretty fun Fall Guys morning so far. Thanks again, Chads, for watching some Retromania with us yesterday. It was a fun show. Albeit a very Sonic-filled show. Heyo. Oh, Blastlantis. Let's see if I last longer than this than the last time when I just jumped off the edge for no reason. More right now. I try. That was, like, it was... I think I'm just more grateful the internet didn't go out, and I'm probably jinxing myself now, but, like, I was so worried about something going wrong in that Retromania, not with the viewership, obviously, but just with the technology. And other than a couple brief times I had to restart the Elgato, like, it was fine. It's really all I want. I was gonna say, that's all I want. Like, okay, the Elgato's gonna screw up, whatever. Like, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Like, just give me one stream where I can just focus on what I'm doing and I don't have to worry about some other stuff. And that's what that was. That's what I was just like, just do that, please. Just be okay. Like, I already work in a very technological-based thing, like, with live streaming and stuff, where I'm used to stuff going wrong. Yep, chipmunk voice. There's so many things that go wrong. It's like, I don't need that in my, like, casual life, too. Like, I do that at work, where I have to fix computers and stuff. I don't want to start doing it now. Or not fix computers, but just various things that could go wrong. Like, this is not my job to stream. It's just something I do for fun, so I don't really want to be troubleshooting again. Oh, jeez. Okay. That hammer just kind of popped me. Honestly, doing Fall Guys is very on brand. What he's talking about. Yeah, I mean, that's just me. I just go off on whatever topic comes up at the time. It's not even a matter of... Well, we'll probably talk about Fall Guys during the Spider-Man game. Spider-Man 2, to be exact. That's right. Ratchet and Clank, I gotta finish that game. After how much time has passed. I do enjoy the Sonic cartoons and comics. 17 qualified. That's an arbitrary number. More arbitrary numbers after this. Oh no, Hoopsie Legends. Oh, I hate this game. I did technically beat it last time by some sheer miracle, because it did not look like I had a chance originally. But I did beat it. And by beat it, I mean I just happened to stay alive. But anyway. More right now. Alright. Here we go. Yeah, apparently you can create your own maps in Fall Guys. I only know that because somebody... Well, I mean, I knew that anyway, but I never knew, like, how easy it was. Somebody was on my stream earlier today who actually shared a couple of courses with me, and they're pretty good. And it's like, oh, okay, so you just kind of use the elements from the game, and... Ah, dang it. I was going to say, you can't get a second jump for that. Oh, the UK, okay. Because the UK Sonic comic obviously was different than ours. Wasn't that the one? Was that Fleetway? That's the one that had, like, the evil Supersonic or whatever. Like, I actually was curious to read that. Like, I mean, I don't know, compared to our comic, what it was like, but just based on an evil Supersonic, that's a pretty interesting storyline. I think there might have been something like that in the American one, but it doesn't sound as interesting. Things you fix complicated. Wait, what? Where are we at now? We're talking about bashing things. Oh. No, I don't really... I should have said fix. It's not a matter of me fixing things. It's more technology based. So, you know, like I do things like we were talking about this briefly on the stream yesterday. Like Zoom meetings or stuff like that, where, you know, people need to talk to somebody in another country with their, you know, webcam and all that. And, you know, 9 times out of 10, it probably goes fine. But then there's that other time where something's not talking to something else. And it's like, I try the same things everyone else tries, you know. I try to restart the program. I try to reconnect the internet, whatever. And that usually works eventually. Or something else, you know, isn't working, like the microphone's not reading, or, hey, maybe they have a chipmunk voice, I don't know. Be some unusual problem that we can't quite identify. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing here. Why you know her? Basically. Ah, no. I was gonna say I lost. Aww. That was devastating. Well, you win a few, you lose a lot. Rollout, another knockout round. I'm not going to be in it anyway because I'm out of the game. Alrighty, well, I'm going to play one more round of Fall Guys here before I wrap things up. As soon as I exit out of this. The final round. when you end Raid. Okay, cool. Yeah, I like Jeffachu. He's good people. What is he? Is he still playing Final Fantasy VII? He's plays that more than me, and he's actually beaten it. Let's say he's actually beaten the game. Why you plan on ending soon? Because it's it's been over 2 hours, and I'm tired. I'm just one person. Between today and yesterday, I've streamed over 5 hours. It's not like I won't be back. I stream like 6 times a week, it feels like. See, Shads gets it. Besides, we'll get to, oh, good, I'm going to hydrate some more with this delicious Pepsi. We're going to get to see Jeffachu, our good friend. Right after this. Some quality hydration there. I could swear that Fall Guys used to be 60 people, and they cut it down to 40. I guess I shouldn't complain. It gives me more of a chance. I do like Pepsi. Yeah, Pepsi's pretty good. I think I prefer Coke, but every now and then I'm in a Pepsi mood. Pepsi's got that flavor that can only be satisfied by my Pepsi cravings. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh yeah, I think I mentioned this on yesterday's stream, but I'm going to be streaming the laundry game on Monday, Arcade Paradise. Which, for some reason, we still call it the laundry game, even though it's no longer really about a laundromat. Yeah, for some reason that's become like a institution on my channel now. Like I just have to keep streaming it. I don't mind, but it's just kind of funny how that game slipped in there. It's not like a big popular game, but I do enjoy beep boop boop beep beep boop boop bop beep beep boop. Boop boop bop. 12 months. Wow. Was it 12 months? Like in a row or in general? I don't know how they count that. But yeah, no, you do sub to me fairly regularly. Probably the only one, but I enjoy it. You know what I would also enjoy is this game loading. So that I could play it. We'll see if it does. Right after this. In the meantime, I'm just going to keep doing this. It says match found. Come back 1 year. I do enjoy Seinfeld references. Beep, boo, boo, bop, boop, bop, boo, boo, beep, boo, boo, bop. I love how serious Mr. Krabs is too when he's on the phone. Like, boo, boo, bop, boo, boo, beep. Like, what? No wonder SpongeBob thought he was a robot. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. I'm just waiting for the game. My character's been falling this whole time. Oh, this is stupid. I feel like I'm rowing a boat here. He really is a true Fall Guy. It's like part of me wants to just restart the search, but then I'm like, oh, whatever. The secret, yeah, if you let him fall for long enough, it's actually an achievement. You want to try this? I gotta make like a voice clip of that. Like, I gotta just cut out the audio from that video and then just have like a redeem for like, you want to try this? Freaking that part of Sonic CD yesterday was so frustrating. I'm glad you clipped that though, because that was such a memorable frustration. Like, when I was suffering on that, I just remembered every other time I suffered on that. Trying to jump up that little platform in the pseudo 3D or whatever. Just, oh god, it was so terrible. I'm gonna give this like another minute and then I'm gonna just restart the search. Can't tell if this is my internet or just the game being slow. Because the game does get slow sometimes. Hey, at least it's easier to do this than to pick up something in the Turtles game, which is the only time you have to do that. I mean, you can pick up objects in combat, I just never did it. And the game never tells you how to do it. As evidenced by the fact that you had to Google it. It's like it wasn't in any cutscene or mentioned anywhere else. You yelled at Sonic 3D. Oh, that was another part. That was, I know what you're talking about. It was still Sonic 3D Blast, but that was when I was playing the boss and I had no rings. I thought I got the last hit on him, but because I jumped like slightly over him, I got killed. Yeah, I got so... It started so nice, and then it just got... It's like, oh, okay, we're going to play a little Sonic 3D Blast, and it was like, god damn it! This is so stupid! Because it's like, I can, like, deal with, like, missing a jump a couple times, but when I'm doing the same thing again and again and I'm still missing the jump, and you guys know how much Sonic I play, like, it's like, this is just not happening. Like, how? Alright, I gotta start the search again. But yeah, that was fun. Like, it was a good stream overall. I guess the Sonic 3D Blast parts are probably the most memorable just because of how bad it went. Like, we're not going to remember me playing Sonic 3 and having a great... Well, actually, no, I played Sonic 3 and played Sandopolis Act 2, so I don't know how much of a great time I had with that either. Really, I put myself through a lot in that stream. Come on. Give me one more game of Fall Guys. I need my fix. I need my fix of Fall Guys, my fix guys. You suffered a lot. Thanks, Shads. That means a lot to me. That we were able to suffer together. Sonic Advance, I was going to say, that was one. Sonic Advance was fun. Nothing happened in that. Like, nothing bad. It says match found. Alright, here we go. 39 out of 40. Gee, I wonder who the 40th is. Probably me. Alright, here we go. Tundra Run. Do a little Tundra Run. Or Tundra Run right now. Why are you here? Just to suffer? Exactly. Yeah, that was one of the choices, too. It was like, do we play Sonic 2 or do we just suffer? The answer may surprise you. It's both. More after this. I do enjoy Beck's new thing now where she just messages me during the stream, so like a pop-up happens, so it looks like it's something I'm doing, but it's not. So like I was playing Fall Guys this morning, and Beck's messaged me saying animated with the Jesse, and it just popped up on top of my screen because it was a PS5 message, and I'm like, heyo. Everybody run. I feel like this game's running in super fast motion all of a sudden, like... It's only really one speed to go, but I feel like I'm on, like, 2.5 times speed. Watch out. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it usually is both. But usually for the wrong reasons. Like, if I'm suffering because of the game, like, that's funny. Like, it's not funny at the time, but it's funny... for today's stream, yeah. I have different rewards I rotate in and out, like, every stream. Oh, God damn it. But, what was I saying? No, like, when I play a game and it's frustrating, like, okay, fine, that's part of the show. Like, that's, you know, it's not fun, but it's part of the show. But when I get frustrated because the internet's not working or some external force is stopping me, that's when it's not fun. That's when I'm like, God dang it. Like, it's not even like, you know, whatever. Like, you know, I lose a game, whatever. It's a game. It's funny. It's part of the show. But, like, YOLO Turtle, I mean, I didn't ban him. You say that like I banned him. I didn't ban him. I thought you weren't going to tell him he was banned, and then he was just going to be confused why he couldn't get on the stream. I'm surprised you told him. Toaster, like, I'm surprised you... I thought you were just going to, like, you know, ban him, and that would be it. Like, I didn't think you were going to tell him, especially on my stream, and then you make me look like the bad guy, because I'm just sitting here, and it's like, oh, yeah, I banned you, and I'm like, I'm laughing my ass off internally, but I'm trying to just play it cool, like, oh, I don't know what happened. Like... See, to me, yeah, it is funnier to say it. I just wish you didn't say it on my stream, because now I'm on the hook trying to, like, make peace between everybody. Thankfully, nothing happened, but I'm like, great, now I gotta act like I'm unbiased in this. I actually have no idea what happened, because I wasn't on his stream when it happened, but... Apparently somebody who watches my streams... Oh, alright, so you didn't actually ban. I was gonna say, somebody who watches my streams a lot watched some of his, and I don't know what happened, but... So, like, he was on Retromania yesterday, and Toaster just casually goes, hey, I banned Turtle P from my streams, and I'm like, great. Like, why did you have to say that now? Now I've got to not laugh at it, and also continue like I don't know what's happening. That's the thing, you make a good point there, Shads, because there's times he complains about him, but then if he's not here, he's like, oh, where's Turtle P? Turtle P's eating good today. Like, okay, do you like him or not? God dang it, I keep getting knocked down. What the heck? I mean, I know he doesn't love him, but, you know, I feel like just like anybody, he has his amusing moments, whether they're intentional or not. Hey, he goes overboard on my streams, too, especially if you ban him from your streams, he's going to have less streams to go to. So then he's really going to go nuts on mine. I don't know. He was starting to make me uncomfortable yesterday when he started talking about, like, woke haircuts or whatever. I'm gonna lose. Yep, I lost. See, I mean, I'm not trying to take anybody's side here, but you do make a lot of Mein Kampf references, Toaster. I'm not gonna say you don't. But yeah, see, I don't like when he insults actual people. Acting like Helga from Hey Arnold? Oh, I get it. It took me a second. I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? I get it, because he's kind of bullying him outwardly, but he actually secretly likes him. I get it. Viewers, well, trust me, I get that too. Anytime I get a new viewer and Polluted Turtle shows up, I'm like, just, if he wants to make the pizza joke, that's fine, but like, just don't say anything cringy. And I'm pretty cringy, so you gotta really be cringy to make me cringe. Actually, that's a very true fact. You gotta be very cringy to make me cringe. You know, Suckazo's Pizza, whatever, like, nobody's gonna get it but us, but he's always like, oh, Suckazo's Pizza, Suckazo's Pizza, and I'm like, okay, yeah, Suckazo's Pizza. I don't know, he thinks that's like the funniest thing ever. I don't think it's that funny, but I'll take that over the other stuff. Yeah, like, it's funny to me and you and maybe a couple other people, but, like, a lot of people aren't going to get what he's talking about. Like, I don't even know what he's talking about, and it's my videos he's talking about. You know how I could... No, I know you do. You all do. Like, that's... Not that... I'm not saying, like, oh, you can't be yourselves, you know? Like, I'm having the boss over for dinner, so everyone has to act nice. Like, no, you can be how you are. Like, I don't really worry about you being offensive or anything. No, it really isn't funny. It was, like, also, like, 7 years ago now. Like, it was 2017. It's not even funny because the place wasn't called anything that sounded like Suckazo's, and I'm just like, oh, it sucks. It's bad pizza. It's Suckazo's Pizza. Like, okay. Anyway, I'll tell you what didn't suck as those was this great stream with everybody. We're probably boring and or scaring away Ukami right now, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off, but we are going to raid our friend Jeffachu in just a bit. So thank you guys for watching. See, look at that, he's sleeping already. I think the part was the thumbnail of that video. It really was. The thumbnail of the video where I'm standing there holding a pizza like, hey, yo. Anyway. Thank you guys and girls so much for watching, and we will see you in the next stream. And if you want some more streaming action, check out my friend Jeffachu. We're going to raid him in just a second. It really was golden. Thank you. I did what I could. But it wouldn't be possible without a great audience like all of you. So we will see you in the next one. As always, stay chaotic. Blur out.
Chaos.